So with the college football coaching carousel, Tom Herman is probably the hottest name. Jimbo Fisher might be the biggest name. He won a national championship. Les Miles did as well. Those guys are big names. You've seen them before on sidelines. But Tom Herman comes with the intrigue of, is he the next Urban Meyer? Because you know what you're going to get with Les Miles. You know what you're going to get with Jimbo Fisher. Those guys are good coaches, but they're known commodities. You know, if Les Miles takes over your program and wins 9 or 10 games a year, maybe 10 or 11 games a year, wins a couple of conference championships, then wins a national championship, you know what? You're like, hey, that's good. But you know he's not Nick Saban. Same thing with Jimbo Fisher. Jimbo has already won a national championship. He's won ACC championships at FSU. But you're not going to have him walk in and be Urban Meyer or Jeff Fisher. I'm sorry, Urban Meyer or Nick Saban if you are looking at Jimbo Fisher's body of work here. But Tom Herman, that's the unknown. That's the sexiness of it. Is he Urban Meyer? Is he Nick Saban? Is he the next great young coach? So Tom Herman at Houston is not going to stay there forever. He's not going to stay there forever for two very specific reasons. Number one, he's not going to end up getting paid more there than anywhere else. Number two, you can't win a national championship at Houston. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality. It's a little bit more democratic now because of the college football playoff, but it's still not ultimately democratic. Fact is, there's no formula if Houston does this. If you do this, you'll play for the championship. It's not like any other sport. In college basketball, if you go undefeated out of the smallest FBS conference or major conference or non-Division II conference, whatever, if you go undefeated, you're going there. You're going to the college basketball tournament, NCAA, March Madness. If you win your postseason tournament, you know you're going to March Madness. It's a very obvious solution. Guys, we either win every game or we win our conference championship, or else there's no guarantee. We leave it in the hands of humans. Well, this year, there's no guarantee that winning the Big Ten gets you in to the college football playoff. There's no guarantee winning the ACC does if somebody knocks off Clemson. There's no guarantee that Washington's going to go. Heck, we know that if you win the Big 12, you're likely not going to the college football playoff. You could say, well, DA, you know if you go undefeated in one of the Power Five, and that's true. But in the group of five, you leave it in the hands of humans to debate, to decide. There's no formula. So you're just never going to be able to keep a guy at Houston. You're never going to be able to keep a guy that has options elsewhere at any of the conferences, the Mountain West, the American, pick your Sun Belt. You're not going to be able to do it. Chris Peterson might have been the best example of that at Boise State. And he won 3 Fiesta Bowls. And even he finally had to say, you know what, peace out. Because I'm never going to get a chance at Boise State to win a championship. And he got a raise. So when Tillman Fertitta, who is of the Fertitta family that owns UFC, but he's not part of that group, he's a third cousin. He's the chairman of the University of Board of Regents at Houston, and he is defiant in the face of these ideas that you can't hold on to Tom Herman. He's trying to fight back. Fertitta said, quote, "I do not fear a bidding war for Tom. We are not going to lose him over money. If he wants to leave, I don't think Tom Herman has any desire to leave over money. It's because he would want to go to a program where he has a better chance of competing for a national championship. We'll do whatever it takes to keep Tom Herman at Houston. We're not going to lose him because of money. If Herman wants to go to LSU or Texas or Oregon or Baylor or whatever else, we cannot stop him, but he's not going to leave because of money." Fertitta doubled down and said, head football coaches today of Tom's caliber don't usually leave because of money. They leave because they think they have a better chance of competing for national championships. Sounds nice. It's PR spin. Sounds real nice. Because what does Fertitta do here? And he has millions, hundreds of millions of dollars behind him as well because he's the CEO of Landry's. But what does he do here? He makes everybody at Houston feel better. It's not because of money we're going to lose him. It's because of something we can't control. We can't control it. If he wants to go win a championship, well, we can't stop him there. But it's not because of money. That's what we can control. Well, he's wrong. He's wrong because if you were the University of Houston, you simply cannot afford to do what Texas is going to do. You can't because you might have one Fertitta, but Texas and LSU and USC, they have 15 Fertittas. Yeah, does he want to invest all of his money into Tom Herman's coaching salary? Like, that's kind of what the Koch brothers do at Wichita State for Greg Marshall. But, you know, if Duke wanted Greg Marshall, are the Koch brothers going to say, like, yeah, okay, we'll double your salary. We'll triple your salary. You won't leave here. I have a hard time believing that. There's a price on everything. And at the University of Houston, they've done incredible things to build themselves into a real contender on a national level. They've had 3 great coaches in a row, and Art Briles, Kevin Sumlin, and now Tom Herman. It's a good job, and it's in a great football state, in a big market, and they have better facilities now, and they're on a national map, and they could play in a major bowl game. You know, there's all great things to say about it. But I don't believe this. I don't believe this at all, because if Tom Herman wants to go to Texas, part of it is going to be money. He's going to get a better contract there for more money for more years. It's the way this thing works. And the moment, and do I think that there's been an evening, a leveling of the playing field with this type of stuff? Yeah, there is. No doubt about it, there is. There's more money pumped into more schools because of television contracts and other things in modern college football and college athletics that helps coaches stay. I mean, Shaka Smart had a million chances to stay and stayed at VCU, a million chances to leave, stayed at VCU because they could afford to keep paying him. Now, eventually, what happened? He jumped. Why? Yeah, part of it is there's a smaller window, there's a smaller margin for error at VCU and other mid-majors. But mostly, you get more money. You get more money. And that's just a cold, hard reality. It's getting better. There is a leveling off. There is deep pockets in some smaller schools. But if Texas wants you, they can simply add another zero that Houston can't. And that's just, you have to understand it. You have to deal with it.